What's going on, San Diego? Matt and Tom here, back for another week of the San Diego Community News Group weekly update. This week we are covering the Peninsula Beacon. Last week we did Beach and Bay Press, which I'm sure you guys liked. But yeah, we're here. We're on YouTube. We're all over the place. If you guys could subscribe to the newsletter, sdnews.com. Everything we have is on there. Did I miss any places that it's at, Tom?
I wasn't paying attention.
Of course, Tom. Typical Tom over here.
sdnews.com.
Yeah, everything you can find is on sdnews.com. But yeah, we're bringing you what's going on. Paper comes out on Thursdays along with this YouTube video. So if you don't want to read about it, you can watch about it, and we'll tell you what's going on and the hot topics that are going on in town.
That's right. We have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
And we have Instagram.
We have everything.
We're not on Instagram.
We're not?
No.
Why not?
I mean, the papers are.
That's what I'm saying.
Our videos not.
We got to put it on Instagram.
I know.
I'm going to start sending Chris minute clips, but
Okay.
we'll get into that after. So yeah, we'll jump right into it. So you want to take it off with the Journalist Awards?
Oh, yeah. So last night, the San Diego Society of Professional Journalists had their awards ceremony. I didn't go. I was working. So, Tuesday nights are really tough for me. I put out the paper, do a lot of work. But they have it at Konakai, and I guess it's a really nice evening. And the way they do it is they give you, 2 months prior, a list of people who have won, but they don't tell you what you won or anything.
Oh, you were in that, weren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you have to, go to the, buy a ticket and go to this dinner and awards ceremony to find out exactly what you win, or else you just have to wait till the next day, which what we did. But it's nice. They have, a Journalist of the Year, and it was a guy who works for Voice of San Diego, that's another one. Go to voiceofsandiego.org. We share stories with them. They're an incredible resource. They're great journalists over there. And
they have a podcast too.
Yes, they do.
They do have a podcast.
Yeah, Scott Lewis is the editor there, and he does a podcast. He does a bunch of stuff. And one of their staff writers won Journalist of the Year. I think his name was Andy Keats.
Okay.
But I might be screwing that up. But anyway, if I'm going to give them a shout out and everything.
Yeah, of course.
So definitely check Voice of San Diego out.
And that'll be all linked to the paper online too if they want to.
Yeah, we actually have it on our homepage. We have a little on the side. We have kind of a button that has a rotating headlines from Voice of San Diego, and you can click on that, and it'll take you right to their site. And as I said, sometimes we share stories in our papers from them.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. But anyway, back to us, or back to me.
Yeah.
I won 3 awards this year for photography. The first was a photo essay, and this is from my trip to Mexico City.
Okay.
And what I did was I got photo credentials to shoot the Dia de los Muertos parade.
That's when they paint that's the day after Halloween.
The Day of the Dead.
So November 1st?
It's kind of November 2nd. But,
oh, okay.
And then I think they had it on November 1st, when it was on a Saturday closest to that.
Yeah.
And it's a huge event. It's relatively new, right down in the middle in the historic district of Mexico City. And so we were able to go on a platform, and I could shoot photos, and I wrote a story about it. And I kind of wrote a story a little bit about Mexico City, because this was only 2 months after the big earthquake last year.
Oh, okay.
And there was still a lot of damage and stuff.
They taped, what'd they tape there? They taped, I think it's Skyfall.
Yeah, well, that's the whole backstory to that. The parade is the James Bond movie, which starts in Mexico City. Yeah. And
the guy comes out in the helicopter.
Right, in the helicopter, and that's where the parade ends.
Okay.
Right in that plaza.
It's
Zacalo or
probably
Zacolo.
Gets packed over there.
I'm going to butcher that because my Spanish is terrible. But anyway, because of that parade in the movie, the James Bond movie, people the next year called up and were saying, "Hey, I want to go to that parade. When's the big parade?" And they're like, "We don't have a big parade. That was just a movie."
Oh, they thought it was every year they did that. Okay.
I mean, they usually just had a small parade with some Katrinas and stuff. And it was just a little celebration. It's really a family celebration that day, because it
represents your dead relatives and stuff like that.
You're thinking about your dead relatives, and so they decided to come up with a parade. So last year, or 2016, was the first year that they did this whole big parade. And it was such a success that they said, "Oh, let's just keep doing it." So then they did it, 2017. and that's when I was down there, and got to be like a working journalist and shoot it and everything. It was really fun, yeah. And so on the website, if you just put in Dia de los Muertos, I'm sure you'll, or even Mexico City if you search, and you can see I have probably like 20 photos from there. Just a lot of them of the parade, which was really colorful and amazing and like 2 hours long.
Oh wow!
It was a huge party. I think it was like 700,000 people. They said viewed that parade. But we also went all around Mexico City, and I took photos of like some damage and areas that were hit a little hard. And photo of, there's actually a muralist in Ocean Beach who has a lot of ties to Mexico City and knows people down there. She went down and did a mural of the rescue dog.
Oh,
there was like this famous rescue dog that was finding people trapped.
Oh, okay.
And it became like the dog became like this beacon of hope.
Hero, yeah.
And so she painted this mural like in this one section that was hit pretty hard.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, I got second place for a photo essay for all those photos. So it was worth it.
And then what else? You got second for Go With The Flow?
Go With The Flow. I got second place for feature photo for Go With The Flow. That was also in the Peninsula Beacon. It was on the cover. We did a story on how, especially during the summer, like right now and like today, because it's Wednesday, is the street market, the farmers market in Ocean Beach, where they closed down Newport and even like side streets off of like Bacon and Cable and stuff. And it's just like, if you've never been down to the farmers market in Ocean Beach, you really should go, especially during the summer, because it's this huge party. And it's a cool vibe, and it's crowded, and there's a ton of food options and all these like artists and everything.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool.
I'll have to be. I've never checked that out.
You should. It's like a weekly thing that people don't realize it. Like,
I know they're trying. I think I heard. I may be mistaken, but they're trying to make the one in PB a little bit bigger than what it is.
Right. Yeah, we discussed that. They wanted to put the PB farmers market on Garnett and like close it down for like 3 hours.
Yeah, that would be
which I thought would be cool, because they're trying to drum up interest in it. Yeah And so one of the cool things is like the grassy area down by the beach off Newport and Abbott. What happens is there's always on Wednesday night they have acro yoga down there. So if you know what acro yoga is, it's like when the it's usually guys are like lifting women up.
Oh, okay. Kind of sort of like acrobatics, but yoga. Yeah, okay.
And then they like twirl them around with their feet and stuff like that. It's pretty amazing. And some women do it with other women.
It's like Cirque du Soleil, but more meditated.
It's amazing. Yeah. Some women, like the guys will like shoot them up in the air and do a flip and like land right back on them. It's really, it's amazing. It's acrobatic. Yeah. It's pretty cool to watch. And then next to that is usually they'll have like drum circles.
Yes, we talked about this last time.
Yeah, and then they have like people doing hula hoops. They have the guy with the bubbles making these huge bubbles, and all the kids are chasing the bubbles. And then what I saw recently is not only did they have like the drums and the drum circles, they had guys on guitars now.
Oh, nice! They have like a whole
and they have like people just drumming. And I said it's like a mini Venice Beach. If you've ever been to Venice Beach. Especially on the weekends when they do a sunset, they do like these huge drum circles and people, and then all of a sudden guys will come out with like horns and like instruments. They're like they're playing like a saxophone and a drum circle, and then people will just get in the middle of these huge circles and start dancing and stuff. It's pretty cool, and it's a little mini version of that, and so it's a fun experience. Anyway. That's a huge tangent. They also have slackline people.
Okay, that's pretty cool to watch if you've never seen it before.
So I got a photo of this guy kind of like as the sun was setting, and he was kind of bouncing off the slackline, but he's like in midair, and it looks like he's just walking on air because the slackline's here, and then he's like 2 feet above it, and he's just like kind of walking.
Did you just repost that somewhere?
And he's like a silhouette. Not that I recall.
I think I just saw that picture. Is there 2 slack lines in the picture?
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe it's another picture.
I don't know. But anyway, that won second place, so that was cool. And then Third place for a news photo, and that's Home for the Holidays. That was a pretty basic news photo that you see a lot. Is one of the elementary schools in Point Loma. I can't even remember which one it is, but they had like the mom came back. She was out on a boat. She was in the Navy.
Oh, okay.
And it was one of those surprise things. So like the kid is like, oh, we're having an ice cream social or something, and then all of a sudden mom shows up.
Oh man.
And like the kid
so you
runs
captured
to
that
her.
photo?
So you get a photo of like the mom with her arms open and the kid
Yeah.
running. Yeah, so it's one of those photos.
Nice.
And then this goes with last year at the San Diego Society of Professional Journalists. I won first place for front page design.
Okay. And that was front page of the paper?
Yep.
Okay.
This is for 2017, so I'm just like bragging some more. Just kind of give it some context that it's not like a fluke. So, and then in 2017, I won second place for news photo, second place for feature photo. That one was for the Jetty Cats down in Mission.
Oh man.
You know the Jetty Cats?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then
not a lot of people know about that.
Yeah, and then I had a third place for a sports photo.
Nice. If you guys need a photographer, you need to call Tom up because he shot pictures for me and they came out phenomenal. But he does good. You do good work, Tom.
Thank you.
You do very good work.
And of course, the big news earlier this week, the city council approved new regulations for short-term
big news
vacation rentals. So the mayor had his proposal. One of the big things in his proposal was to kind of carve out Mission Beach and like have almost no regulations for Mission Beach.
Okay.
And that's something the council kind of threw out. And they kind of like threw out a lot of his plan and revised some of his plan, and they went back and they voted again. They finally came up with their own regulations, which are stricter than they are now. They really didn't have any official regulations.
Do you know what any of the regulations are, by any chance?
Yeah, you has to be a home. You has to be like a resident. So if you're like an absent landlord, you can't do a short-term rental. You have to actually live there.
Oh wow! I wonder how they're gonna prove that, and if people who have multiple properties, how are they gonna maintain having all those addresses listed under them? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how they're gonna police it. They still have to figure that out. But it's primary residence only rentals with a 6-month maximum, and then like as I said, the carve out in Mission Beach that was defeated. So the existing Mission Beach short-term rentals will not be grandfathered into the new ordinance.
Yeah, that's
so people are going to be very upset. Airbnb people are upset. There's the
because this is a huge tourist destination, and especially the Mission Beach area. You have so many people who are coming here to go to San Diego State from a different country, and a lot of those are like 3, 6, 9-month rentals.
Right.
So and this says it has to be
6 months.
6 months minimum.
It's really going to be interesting what happens in Mission Beach because you're kind of like, half of the rentals or even more maybe in Mission Beach are going to be illegal.
I wonder if more houses are going to go up for sale.
Yeah, maybe.
In that area.
It's interesting. I don't know how they're going to enforce it yet or anything, but I know like the homeowners and the residents, as we mentioned before, that like Save Neighborhoods Now group.
And they have the stuff on their front lawns.
They're very excited.
Yeah, I
they
bet.
consider this a
probably
victory.
Had a party last night.
Yeah. So,
interesting.
What's going to happen? They've already said like the Airbnb industry and the other short-term vacation rental industry is going to sue. There's going to be a lawsuit.
Yeah, because
especially for certain things.
But
like
are they giving an action? Is it just the residents of San Diego are fighting against this? That live here, or is it they're actually giving reason that their way of life is being disrupted?
Right. That's what they're
pleading.
They're
okay.
saying, my neighborhood's being disrupted by these short-term rentals, and Airbnbs, and you shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And these people who have been doing it, and paying their taxes and everything for doing it, and now all of a sudden. Unless that's their primary residence, they're kind of out of luck.
Yeah.
So
That's shitty.
It's going to be interesting.
It's gonna. I don't think we'll see it as much this summer because we're halfway through. I think really next summer is when we're really going to see what's going to happen with it.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a lawsuit, so
yeah,
they're going to have to go through that.
It's going to be much bigger news.
They're going to revise it.
It's going to be much bigger news, I think.
So this time next year, it may be a totally different
plan. Yep.
So we'll see.
That's interesting, though.
It is.
So you got your way, people who didn't want the short-term renters here, but you're going to get a lot of blast back, I think, from people who have invested in properties and done all that stuff because they're going to be losing some serious money. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be
with the money involved. There's going to be lawsuits.
Yeah, there's a lot of money on the line. So big news too. Catalina Boulevard, Station 22. If you guys haven't seen it, the firefighters moved in to their new station. I think they did it. I don't know where I saw it, but somebody did like a walkthrough of it. I think it was. It's nice. It's really nice.
Really nice. Yeah. So they had like this kind of a ramshackle building that was really old.
Yeah, it's probably the first one ever.
They really needed to be replaced, and so it's finally open. It's a beautiful building.
It is. It's really, really nice.
It fits right in with the architecture there, and they have like these brand new huge bays for the fire trucks. Yeah. So, and also the fire trucks are kind of like off Catalina, so like when they go into the garage,
they don't have to worry about disturbing anything.
They don't back up traffic or anything or stop traffic because they're not blocking Catalina.
That's big.
Yeah, it's a 6,180 square feet of space. Let's see. Dormitory space for 5 crew members and 1 captain.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a beautiful facility.
The one in PB's nice too. Have you seen that? I mean, it's been there for a while, the one on the corner, but I'm sure they had a ranch-shackled one before they put that one up. But
yeah, the city's been kind of going through. They just opened a new one down closer to I think it was off Harbor Drive. I think so. Mm-hmm. They just opened another one, but they've been going through and replacing.
They should. I mean, they deserve
they have
to
to
do their hard work, and they're going to live there and be there 24/7. I'd rather have it somewhere for them. See, like I appreciate my tax dollars going towards something like that rather than going towards something else.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you want your firefighters to have like
rather than be
comfortable and state-of-the-art equipment and be able to like get in and out of their station
easily,
fast as possible. Yeah, of course. And the opening ceremony, well, not really opening ceremony, I guess dedication ceremony is July 24th at 9 o'clock.
They hit it with a champagne
bottle
or something.
Yeah. Well, they burn a ribbon.
Oh, is that what they do?
No, I don't know.
Oh, something like that.
Something
Check if the fire hoses are working,
Yeah, so, and of course, like the mayor will be there. And there'll be Lori Zaff again.
Interesting. So if you guys want to check it out, July 24th, go down there, give them some support.
Yeah, and you'll be able to. They're gonna have tours. So
100%.
Check it out.
See where your money's going.
Yeah, it's a cool.
The sunshine tax, I like to call it.
It's a nice station, and that I didn't put this on a list, but there were. I think it was. What was it? 12 arson fires in Ocean Beach last week.
Really?
Kind of small fires, but did a lot of damage in various alleys, and the police. Yeah, they have a suspect.
Remember that guy? Sorry to interrupt, but do you remember that guy that was lighting people on fire last year? The
homeless. Yeah, he was beating them up and
lighting them on fire.
Beating them with like a brick. He killed one.
Did they find that guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was arrested. He was found. He was priorly found insane, kind of like for doing something else, but then he was let out, and then they caught this guy, and he again I think they put him in like a state psychiatric hospital right now. So, but that was brutal.
Yeah.
He drove a railroad spike through one
people are
homeless man's head and then set him on fire. And then he set another guy on fire, I think, in OB in the park there.
Something like that. I know that he set a couple people on fire or something.
Anyway, so then all these little fires in OB this past week, they caught the guy.
Okay.
I think, they caught a suspect.
Yeah.
But they're pretty sure it's him. So, and it just kind of ties in. You want to have like
hot and spicy food.
Fire station.
Oh, yeah. Well, those two do tie in, because I was going to say it brings us to the next thing of
Another thing,
rich and soulful food at El Jardin.
Mm-hmm.
Where's this at? Where's El Jardin at?
It's in Liberty Station. It's kind of like right across from Stone.
Is it in?
It's right next to the patio there, the fireside by the patio fireside.
Okay, it's not in the market though, right?
No.
Okay,
It's actually like it's close. It's right near there because like Stone is like right next to the public market.
Yeah.
If you just go across that little street over there's Moniker General. And
okay, I know exactly. Okay, yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's right next to there. It's huge.
They moved the sign over there that I love that said, "You're exactly where you need to be."
Oh yeah, they moved it down a little bit.
Yeah, we went there the other day and I was like, "Where's the sign at?"
Yeah,
it's supposed to give me.
You're not where you're supposed to be.
But yeah, so what do they have going on? They
Well, so this chef, Claudette, she's, she grew up in San Diego, Tijuana, Guadalajara, and, she's been going through those areas and finding, like, the best Mexican ingredients she can to create these kind of, like, as you said, rich and soulful Mexican cuisine that reminds her of, like, her mother's cooking or grandmother's cooking.
Okay.
And so it's like she said when she's there, it's like I'm cooking for my family at home.
It doesn't feel like it's working for a restaurant. It feels like
right, but I mean that's kind of like the kind of cuisine she wants. It's
okay.
Like kind of like,
not specifically extremely
right. Not like you get it like some of the new Mexican restaurants now that are like. A new play,
I know what you mean.
a new twist on Baja Mexican, and they give you a $10 taco.
It's like if you go to your grandma's house, what you're gonna get
$10.
Yeah.
This is
That's
like
funny deconstructed.
yeah. This is the like really whole warmth of a home and home cooking.
That's how it should be. Those places are the
like,
ones that are the best.
Yeah, that's where you go there and it's like this reminds me of my what's the grandmother in Spanish? The Abuelo.
Right?
Yeah,
Abuela or abuelo?
Abuela. It'd have to be.
Yeah, because it's A. Female's A, right?
Yeah.
Sorry for our terrible Spanish.
Yes.
But, so check that out. That's a Liberty Station. It's right next to Liberty Market. Stone, you said. Monica and the patio.
It's right in that area, yeah.
Is the patio and Lamont, is it the same company? Or no, is it a different place?
Yeah.
It is the same place? Okay.
They own a bunch of restaurants.
Yeah,
they own the Surf Rider Pizza.
Yes.
Mission Boulevard.
I haven't eaten there yet, but.
Just opened a couple weeks ago.
Is it pretty good? Have you tried it?
The one in OB I've tried. Which is
That's
good.
the one that I'm used to seeing.
Yeah. But there also, there's also one on the Crown, in Crown Point. Right by, where that PB Liquor is.
There's not, is there?
Yeah, well, it's not open yet, but it's just going to be a takeout pizza.
Oh, really?
It's Surf Rider takeout.
Oh.
So you can just order there and pick it up.
Is it where the Promiscuous Fork is?
No, it's down from there. It's down by, the PB Liquor and the little coffee shop.
And there's a hairdresser right there, and the patio patio.
It's hardcore.
They tried to do the Patio Express, and it didn't work. So now they're making it Surf Rider. Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
So you can just either, I imagine they have deliveries. So
yeah, I'm sure.
You just get delivered from there, or just pick it up
on
your way home. And,
nice, man. That's a good little spot for them.
Yeah, I think so. And that's probably a good thing to have there.
Yeah, pizza. They got to stay open good hours, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah. You can't close at like 6.
Yeah, because then people are going to be like, oh, I'm home from work. You just lost money. But anyway, Surf Rider, stay open until past 6 o'clock.
I hope so.
I think they will. If they're smart, I think, because the patio wasn't open at crazy good hours. The Patio Express, it wasn't open. I think that's why it didn't do well, or if they even opened.
Well, didn't they try to make that into like a Dina DeLuca type of shop
I'm not sure.
or something? I've never went in there.
I think it was like, get in, grab a sandwich, get out.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I think like gourmet stuff.
Maybe I might be completely wrong. I'm just guessing. I never
shows that we went in there. Never.
I don't know. But speaking of things being ruined,
not really. Well, I mean, I did put ruining, but not really ruined.
The secret's out.
The secrets has been out for a while, but so when I walk on Sunset Cliffs because I live over by there, and I love to just I start the whole linear park, which is like from Point Loma Ave all the way down to the Ladera Street, and then I even keep you keep going, depending on how I feel, like almost all the way to the border to like the fence.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Point, the university. So on the weekends, I'm walking down there. And this was 2 weekends ago, I believe, when we had like the really hot weekend. It was like 90.
Yeah, I wasn't here. I wasn't over here. I was back in Jersey.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So I came across the No Surf Beach, which usually, on the weekends, on Saturdays, it can get, there's people there, but it's not like packed. And I saw it, and the photos on the front page, it was just packed. I mean, there was like not a piece of sand that didn't have someone on it running around, and dogs and things, like umbrellas, and there's like young, old, all these people there. And I'm like, what is going on? I've never seen that many people. Which just sort of, gave me a little bit of an idea. It was a little seed of an idea of, maybe everyone is really now found out about all these beaches, even if they've just walked by these beaches and they say,
well, that's how we found out about it.
I'm not going to go down there. How do you get down there? It's,
it's trek if you haven't been.
Yeah, it's dangerous. And now there's, No Surf Beach there, Garbage Beach, which is south of it, which is south of Ladera Street. And then even south of that is New Break Beach, which is kind of only a beach when the tide is out, kind of thing. And then there's other little pocket beaches down there, which again, if like the tide's out, you can kind of like scale down part of the cliff and get to and find like a little, secluded spot.
What do you think that has to do? You think it has to do with the like bloggers and stuff like that giving out?
Yeah, what happens is I think this started happening like 10 years ago, and this is kind of just from what people told me, that like 10 years ago, all of a sudden they just started seeing more traffic, and then as everyone got a phone, and like this generation of millennials, like are always on their phone and all the social media and everything being shared, that in the last 5 years it's just sort of exploded. Yeah. So now everyone wants to be on that beach, because it's sort of like a thing. Spot. Yeah, it's like a cool spot.
I know when it'll be out of the bag completely is when they make a safer way to walk down.
Yeah, they won't.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's out now because it's on the paper. Yeah. So now I just ruined it, really.
So if you get mad at anybody, get mad at Tom. Don't get mad at me.
I ruined it, so now all the cool people will go somewhere else, and like the people down there would be like me.
Yeah.
Where'd all the cool people
I don't even know where else there is to go. I mean, there's probably spots that I have no idea about, but...
Yeah, so getting down to that beach is difficult.
Yeah, be careful. Wear your bird helmet.
I think it was 2 weeks ago, a woman fell down the one that most people use, the trail down there, fell down onto the rocks. And broke like her pelvis and her arm.
Whose fault is that?
She had to be, helicoptered out.
They brought a helicopter down there?
Yeah, they couldn't get her out.
No way.
And I guess she was just down there screaming, and people like went over and tried to help her and stuff, but
they had to get a helicopter. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hate to see that.
Couldn't get her out because I guess she was so much pain.
Well, they probably had to put her on a stretcher, and if it was her pelvis or something like that, then there's no way she's getting back up those stairs. Yeah. Or not even stairs, the rock wall.
Yeah. So, I would say just, walk by it, admire the beach. Don't bother walking down there. It's too difficult, unless you're, a rock climber.
Yeah.
But Garbage Beach is a little different. It's still a little tricky trail to get down there, but they have like a rope for like the last 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever seen that?
I've never been to that one, no.
You kind of have to like manipulate or kind of negotiate around this this old drainage pipe that's half broken. Okay. And then it's pretty steep, and the sandstone is kind of slippery, and you get down there and you have to take this rope down to the beach.
Have you been down there?
I've been on that one too. And what most people do with that, they get to the part where the rope is, and then they throw everything.
Yeah, because they don't want to carry it down.
Because you can't really carry it. You have to use two hands to get down there. Yeah. But that's a really nice beach, too.
I'll have to check that one out. I haven't checked that out before.
And we also discussed a little bit of the little beaches in Ocean Beach that are like at the end of the streets, like Santa Cruz. If Santa Cruz actually has stairs that goes down, and there's like a little pocket beach. There's almost like two little pocket beaches right there. And they actually have lifeguards.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But most people don't really think of those beaches, right? I mean,
well, unless you live there. So,
yeah, most people aren't like, if they come to visit, they're like, they'll just see like there's just like a dead end.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's nothing down there, but it's actually like there, and Bermuda Ave at the end of that. There's like little areas of beach that a lot of the locals go to.
Yeah.
And so I
was going to say the beach that I think a lot of locals go in PB, but I don't want to be on the cat out of the bag.
No, don't. So, and then they're like on the other side, there's a beach called Kellogg's Beach.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever heard of that.
No, I haven't heard of these two.
San Diego Bay.
So the secret's really out, Tom.
Yeah, I'm ruining it. So when I went down there and I was like talking to some locals, and they're like, the beach is for everyone. It's, no one owns the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Just if you're gonna come,
don't be a jerk.
Don't be rude, and don't bring your garbage and leave it here. Clean up after yourself.
Especially down there or something like that where it needs to be. Because they're not gonna have like how we have here the guys or an Ocean Beach go through and clean the beaches up and stuff like that. Right.
Especially, those beaches like No Surf Beach, you have to haul everything you brought down. You better bring it back up because you're just leaving garbage there, and it's just, it's a bad look. And like the last year when the woman had her birthday party with the slip and slide on No Surf Beach, they brought down all this plastic that they built this slip and slide out of, and they had coolers, and they just had like a lot of stuff down there and had this huge party. But at the end, they said not only did they use like environmentally friendly soap to help.
I remember you saying that.
Down, they gathered everything up. They said, we made sure to leave nothing down there.
Yeah, because it's not right.
It took us like 2 hours to bring everything back up, but we did it. And that's the way you should be with these beaches.
Yeah, you got to clean them up, keep them clean, because that's what we use as our fun. So
and so like a couple other things just to mention is like, Del Mar opening day is today.
Yes.
So
I think we're gonna go this weekend possibly. Yeah, check it out.
And you don't have to go like if you miss today. It's still good to dress up.
Yeah.
Wear your hat or whatever, and go there and act like
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah, act like
wear a big
rich.
hat.
Yeah, it's just kind of fun.
Bet on the horses.
Yeah, and have like a mint julep and hang out, and the betting is fun.
Did you see they had David Hasselhoff today?
I didn't see David.
Oh my God, he butchered the song.
He had a song.
They made him sing the Bing Crosby song.
The
old surf.
The surf meets the turf. Yeah.
Oh my God, he Google that when you get home. He butchered it.
Yeah, I've had. When I have my credentials, when I go down, and you can go down to the rail right next to the track and shoot photos of the horses flying right by you. Right before they do, like the starting thing, they have someone usually sing that, kind of like kicking off the races.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool how they do that.
Yeah. So, that goes on until August.
I think the end of August. I think Labor Day might be the last race, if I'm not mistaken.
So. But they also have concerts on Fridays.
Yeah. And
they
have some pretty big names coming in, too.
Psychedelic Furs are coming, I think.
Who is that?
Friday.
I don't know who that is.
But
I think you're right, because we were going to go on Friday.
In the 80s, yeah.
They were a big band in the 80s?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were, like, not really a punk band. They were, what would you call it? New Wave band or something?
The Psychedelic Furs.
Psychedelic Furs. And of course, also opening tomorrow is Comic-Con.
Yes. Are you going? Oh yeah, you said you were gonna go Saturday, but you're not credentialed. You're just going.
No. I just like to go down there and hang out. I go with my girlfriend, and they close down, a couple blocks of Fifth Avenue, and then there's a bunch of stuff that you don't need passes for, and you can just go and hang out and like. Get a lot of like photos, standing next to stormtroopers or Wonder Woman or
what are they called? Cosplay? Cosplay? Is that what it's called?
Cosplay?
Yes. COS play.
Yeah. All the people that dress up, and they're a lot of fun. They're usually I think they get a little tired at times, if you have like
but some people do it just to take pictures. But
a lot of people, they enjoy. You compliment them. Say, hey, I love that costume. Can I take a photo with you?
Put a lot of time. There's a guy I work with who he's an ortho tech. I'm not gonna mention his name, but I haven't seen him doing it this year, but I know last year he put a lot of time into making his costume. A lot of time.
They take a lot of pride in these costumes, and some of them are just so amazing.
Yeah,
it's really cool. And again, like the other stuff, that's around the convention center.
Yeah, there's so much stuff going on because it brings so much business into everywhere down there.
Yeah, and then just hit one of the places. We like to go to Cafe Sevilla.
Okay.
So anyone at Cafe Sevilla wants to give me some free sangria. Sangria is expensive.
It
But
is.
They have like the best sangria.
Better than Costa Brava?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't tried the down Sevilla, so
I've had Costa Bravos, and it's
not as good.
Yeah. A lot of times you get sangria that's just like red wine, like squirt.
Yeah, I know. What you're talking
And
about.
like a couple apples and an
Yeah.
orange or something. You're like, sangria.
Cafe
And you're
Sevilla
like,
though makes
"That's
it pretty
not
good."
Sangria. Yeah, theirs is like muddled, and it's like
Oh, that's good then.
it's like really fruity. It has
Yeah.
fresh fruit in it and everything, and it's strong, and it's awesome.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, if you need sangria, you know where to go during Comic-Con this week.
Oh yeah, and go to Cafe Sevilla because, for some reason it doesn't get that crowded. And like
okay.
all these other places down there
Yeah.
are like packed with people. We'd go into Cafe Sevilla and we're like, it's
Not
nice
too many
in
people
there.
here.
So
Secret might be out though, Tom.
yeah, I'm ruining everything.
But yeah, it was a lot of stuff this week. We had a lot of stuff going on. Tom with his awards showing off for everybody. City Council approving the new, I wouldn't say ban, but the new regulations that are going to go into
Stricter
effect.
regulations.
Yeah, with short-term rentals here in San Diego. The new firefighter station, Station 22 on Catalina Boulevard. Check that out. If you want to show some support, July 24th, they are having their commencement ceremony. Probably get some tours. Probably show around the fire trucks and stuff like that. Take some pictures. El Jardin with Chef Claudette Zepeda Wilkins is bringing the new Mexican old style to your plate. So go and enjoy some home style cooking with her. Check out the beats, but if you do them that Tom's mentioned, what do we have? Kellogg Beach, Garbage Beach, and what's the one in the picture?
This is No Surf Beach.
No Surf Beach.
And also like the arch.
Yeah, the arch too, where everybody jumps off the cliffs and stuff like that. If you do jump off the cliffs, be safe.
Be safe.
And also clean up all your garbage and everything you have going on. Things that are going on this weekend. We got Comic-Con that starts tomorrow or today when you guys will watch this because it'll be out tomorrow. And that goes till Sunday. They're closing off 5th Street. They're closing off. I think they're closing up. Yeah, Harbor Drive.
Harbor Drive's closed. You have to actually have a pass.
Yeah.
On Harbor Drive.
And word on the street is I think they're putting the Megalodon. I don't know if I talked about that with you, but they're putting the Megalodon in the back in the bay. So that should be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is what I heard. And then what was the other thing we had?
Well,
Comic-Con. And opening day. Opening day came today. So I'm sure if you go on social media or anything like that, you can find all the great hats that were going on. But you still have time to join it because it's going through all the rest of July and August. And I think it ends Labor Day. We think we're not 100% on that. But I think they have races daily or Wednesday through Sunday, is it?
Something like that.
I think it's Wednesday through
daily.
Thursday because they rotate the horses and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in San Diego. Summer's not over yet, so get outside, enjoy it. Again, if you go to the beaches, clean them up. And if you're jumping off the cliffs, be safe. We're not condoning it, but it is fun to do.
Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
Again, if you want to subscribe to us, you know what to do. Hit the little thing on the bottom. Subscribe to sdnews.com. Go on there. Sign up with your email so you can get all this stuff sent to you.
Oh, yeah. And you have a chance to win a $100 Donovan's gift certificate.
For signing up?
For signing up.
Oh, I'm just going to make a bunch of fake email accounts now so I can go eat there. But, guys, again, thanks for listening. Another week with the Peninsula Beacon. We'll see you next week with the Beach Bay Press.
Bye.
Adios.